Meantime, we are following other breaking news. Evergreen Health in Kirkland is suspending all elective surgeries in the wake of the coronavirus outbreak. Hospital administrators say they are following new CDC-issued guidelines here. So the move will also let the hospital conserve resources, including the supplies, also the physicians and staff on hand. This does not apply to patients who are critical because they will still be operated on if needed.
So late last night, state lawmakers made a big move to fight the coronavirus, doubling the amount of emergency savings to use from $100 million to $200 million.
That money will be used to help the healthcare system, also businesses and people who are impacted by the virus. The number of confirmed cases in the state is still on the rise, which has been expected. 100 new cases since Wednesday. So there are 457 total cases statewide, including 31 deaths.
We have reached a tipping point where the spread of this virus demands that we take action.
And the state also says there could actually be more than 1,000 cases in our region right now. Northwest Harvest is converting its Soto Market location to a drive-up system with prepared bags of groceries. They are expecting to see some new faces in the wake of all of this. It's going to put a lot more pressure on families, but just like the school districts, they do want to make sure that hunger is not one of the side effects of what's happening. So they're going to be offering those bags on Mondays from 1:30 to 7:30, and then also on Wednesdays and Fridays today from 8 until 2 p.m.
Seattle City is closing all the libraries, community centers, pools, and rec facilities starting tonight at 6 o'clock, and that's going to go through April 13th. The city will be offering still preschool programs, hygiene services, and ebook rentals. Governor Inslee also addressed reports that the president is considering travel restrictions to Washington state, but he doesn't think that will happen.
On occasion, this president says some things that don't come to pass and never were going to come to pass, and I hope that that's one of them. We've had no discussions with the White House on this. I've talked to the Vice President 4 or 5 times now, and that has not come up in any discussion. So at the moment, it sounds like a random comment by the president rather than a thoughtful consideration.
The president and Governor Inslee have had a tense relationship, a public tense relationship at times. Inslee recently told the administration to stick to the science, and then President Trump, after that, called him a snake. The governor also announced schools in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties have to close starting next week. So as you can imagine, just a lot of scrambling right now, finding childcare, figuring out the senior year for a lot of kids, and then also figuring out food. For some students, school lunch is one of their only meals. So Kira Alfallen is live this morning in Everett. Kira, what can you tell us?
Yeah, good morning. Well, the students here at Everett High School are just a small portion of all the students who are really going to be impacted by this. About 43 school districts across Western Washington are really going to be feeling the effects. So that's actually more than half of the student population in the entire state. So this means all public and private K through 12 schools in King, Pierce, and Snohomish County. That's about 600,000 students who will all be at home starting next week. So here in Everett, schools are planning meal pickup at 28 sites around lunchtime with orders placed the day prior. Meals will be free for all kids under 18, not just students. But students are still surprised they're not going to be coming to class for at least 6 weeks.
I feel kind of shocked because now I have to stay home and take care of my little sister because she doesn't have school either. So I have to take care of everyone now at the house because, and I thought it was only going to be 2 weeks. Everyone's like, only 2 weeks, all right, I'll see you then. But when I heard it was 6 weeks, I was like, dang, I'm not able to see anyone in 6 weeks.
Over in Seattle, educators and parents also worry about what this is all going to mean. But for the students themselves, this means that there's that added stress of losing lunch. In Seattle, more than 28% of students qualify for free or reduced lunch. 26 Seattle public school sites will be used to feed any students in need starting on Monday. So similar plans are also coming out of Pierce County as well. In Tacoma, they plan to have a drive-through style service at one of their middle schools, and that's going to start at 10 a.m. and go until noon. So there are a lot of plans in place, all hands on deck. Everyone's just trying to figure this out right now. Live here in Everett, Kiara Alfallen, King 5 News.
All right, thank you, Kira. 808, UW Medicine saying 2 of its patients have been diagnosed with coronavirus, and now doctors trying to figure out how they got it.
But there were no overt signs of respiratory infections in either patient. It is unclear whether they came with the infection. I suspect that they might have.
Both were in the geriatric psych unit at UW's Medical Center Northwest. So as a precaution, all 22 patients in that unit are being tested, with doctors waiting on the results. And as for the 2 who tested positive, they are in stable condition.
The Life Care Center in Kirkland, which is the epicenter of our outbreak, provided new numbers for us this morning. We know another employee started showing symptoms, which brings that total of people no longer working to 66. 26 residents have died, 47 are still living at the center, and of those, 26 have tested positive. Families are asking a lot of questions, including why the residents haven't been moved out of that facility.
Hospitals did not want our patients unless they were showing severe and acute symptoms. Other nursing home facilities, understandably, were unwilling to take our patients. Families felt that they were unable to care for a lot of our patients who require special medical needs that are being taken care of here in the facility.
Crews are currently disinfecting the facility. Still, a lot of family members say that they're frustrated as they try to keep their loved ones from getting sick.
Well, during this crisis, businesses and tourist attractions are finding creative ways to serve the public, while others are forced to close. Even the Space Needle had to shut down. That's where Amy Marino joins us now to show us how different businesses are reacting. Amy, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, perhaps it is the most iconic symbol of our city, and this morning, even the Space Needle is closed because of the coronavirus. It's one of several attractions really around the city. The Woodland Park Zoo, the aquarium, a lot of the places maybe you might go when your kids are out of school, they're shut down, the libraries. And we're hearing about a lot of restaurants that have had to shut down because they don't have customers. One restaurant, Canlis, the fine dining restaurant, they're kind of doing something different so they can stay open for breakfast. Starting on Tuesday, they're going to have a bagel shed that's going to be where they're going to be serving breakfast bagels. On Monday, they're going to have a drive-through during lunchtime, and at dinner time, they'll have dinner. That's going to be on Monday. And it's not the only restaurant that's really trying what they can to stay open during this time. We found several in the Edmonds area that are offering free kids meals with the adult meals. Salt and Iron, Bar Dojo, just a few that I found. Others offering suggestions like buying a gift certificate right now if you don't feel comfortable going out to a restaurant. That's been one suggestion. Buy a gift certificate, get that money into the restaurant right now. And there are some other businesses right now trying to stay open. The Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA tells us that they are actually going to be monitoring the health of their employees so they can keep offering recreation to the community. We're live this morning in Seattle. Amy Marino, King 5 News.